Hello, I'm Keith Daffrin. I'm here at the Forest Wood Cup, and what I'd really like to do is take a few moments and show you our Z118 Ranger. And what's important about the Z118, it's just a year old. It's coming out of its rookie year, and it's done a phenomenal job in the marketplace, and there's a lot of reasons why this boat is so well. I'll begin quickly just by talking about the custom Ranger Trail trailer. For many, many years, we've built our own trailer, even this year incorporating a fiberglass step, making it much easier to access the boat when it is on land. It's got oil-filled hubs, surge brake system, road armor trailer protected on the frame. So all those things are there that you've found previously on our Ranger models. But really what the 118 does so much better is up in the interior of the boat and the freedom of the space. So let's take just a minute. Let me walk you through the interior cockpit. As you enter the 118, it becomes evident how much interior space there is in the boat. And what we've done is incorporated some features that you found on the previous Z520, Z521, the big tournament rigs that are synonymous for these type of anglers that are fishing this event here. In fact, as I get down under the console, you'll notice a large console, plenty of room to back mount your depth finder, good wind protection, just any protection from the elements for that matter, hydraulic steering, takes all of the torque out of it. In fact, it's always important to notice if a boat is equipped with hydraulic steering or not, because it's such a safety attribute that we make it standard on all of our V6 outboards. Plenty of leg room. In fact, the bracing where I can seat myself bury myself into the seat for those rougher waves or running across a windy impoundment. Fold down step. But what I really want to show you is up here in the front, because it's important to note that the front deck of this boat is within just mere inches of what a Z520 is for both storage space and front deck space. In fact, try to find another 18-footer that incorporates a center rod locker like this, and you just won't. You get plenty of room for tackle trays on the side. You can hold up to 8 rods in this center compartment. In fact, if you chose not to use rods, you can double this as even more tackle storage just by pulling out the rod butt holder. Triple lip seal, hydraulic gas assist pistons. If that's not enough rod storage for you, there's room for another 10 to 12 rods on this side. 7-footers are a breeze in both applications. Insulated cooler. This is one of those must-haves, because what you can do is you can access that cooler from outside of the boat. Say you're at a gas station getting ready to go out. So easy to drop in your snacks and your drinks, fill it full of bag full of ice. It'll last you in a long hot summer day. Probably still be ice there the next morning. Flanking it, more dry storage, carpeted storage, great place to put a dip net, 3 or 4 life jackets, extra rain suit, all those things that you're going to need for that day of fishing. But then as you get up towards the very front, you quickly notice how much space there is for you as an angler. Me and another partner can spend the entire day here without him even being on the rear deck. Recessed foot pedal standard on the boat. First in class for us to have a recessed pedal standard. Makes it so much easier, more comfortable. You can see I'm not having to put any strain on my back leg as I go down the bank. Also makes it very uncluttered if you need to reach over or say you're sight fishing. So this raised front deck is probably the single biggest feature on the 118. But when you accompany that with the Minn Kota trolling motor being standard, Lowrance electronics, and then of course, I'd be remiss not to mention the 150 Evinrude AJO E-Tech. What a great power plant that is for this boat. You take everything that you've just seen here, and you're talking about a boat that's going to sell in the mid-30s. And to me, that's a great value. Something that gives you lots of pride of ownership, all the Ranger features and benefits that you've grown to expect, and a platform that's just so usable in so many different lakes. So I'd encourage you, if you want to, go to our website, www.rangerboats.com. Check out the Z118 from Ranger.